So it is essential that we showing a consistent force. Meaning, when God has helped you, you should remember God always. You can't just reject or divorce God, right?
Yeah.
This is what happened. Now, if people behave this way, whenever I'm in need, I will call up to God. When I'm not in need, I don't need to call God, right?
Well, I was born in Muslim cities.
Yeah.
In my hometowns, we have the 1.4 million Muslim people live in my cities. All the restaurants, most of the food industry was operated by Muslim, and a lot of my friends and classmates when I was a child, they are Muslims. So we are very good relationship with the Muslim people.
That's very good to hear.
Yeah. So that's why those people never talk about the religions, never talk about the Muslim or Islam in school, in public areas, because that is the government policies.
Yes, government policy.
They forbidden every Muslim, Christian, even the Orthodox, any religions to spread their ideas.
Do you know why they're doing it? Do you know why they're doing it?
Because they think that communism is a replacement. The communism is a religion. Communism become the replacement of your belief. They ask the people to believe communism like they believe the God. They think it's not the God that saved them, it's the communism that saved them. That is the government. The government use this kind of the authority, use kind of the powers to control the people's thinking. If the people they follow the God, it's not God, it's the father, or you said a home, or some of the fathers in Muslim, they will follow the religion's rules.
I tell you,
they do not follow the government's thinking. In my hometowns in 1980s, 1990s, every year they send troops, army, to suppress the rebellion in my hometowns. The rebellion coming from the Muslim. Every year, every 2 or 3 years, they kill thousands of the peoples. Those peoples was concentrated. They was only limited in the small areas. They cannot live far away from that. The community. That's they call them Muslim community.
Yeah.
And they only, sometimes the discrimination was they only focus on the industry, the food industry, restaurant, and education. They do not want the peoples to go to the public school. Only the truth people can go to the public school. They get the higher education, like go to university. But most of especially for the female, the girls stay home almost the whole life, and they get married 16 years, 17 years, and they cannot read the book.
Let me address few of the points you mentioned, and you mentioned that the idea of secularism has been promoted. The communist, what's that called? Communist, which is a godless society basically. So people can formulate their own laws, and then they will enforce those laws into human being. Now, what we have done is, if you enforce your own law to govern some people, that means you're gonna use this law in your own advantage, not the people's advantage. But God's law is not for the lords, the one who will govern, but for the people. So that's why when the communism or any other ideas preached about God's message, or they replace with a message, look, any country or anywhere in the world, we need governance, we need police, we need government, we need infrastructure, we need so many things to run a country. So either you will follow God's command, or you will have to formulate your own guidance. Now let's look at it. Let's look at own guidance. If you look at the financial world in this, why the whole world is suffering now? Because of the unfair system, financial system in place, where the richer community has built a system, a banking system, which actually taken from poor and making poor more poorer and rich more richer. And this is the idea, and that's how, you know, the top tier can dominate or they can control the smaller groups. So this is kind of enslavement in a financial way. So slavery or enslavement is not just physical. We see controlling in a way that people, you know, have a restriction and limitation. For example, if you look at the banks, yeah, all over the world, not in China, all over the world, this banking system is such a way derived.
You know, the banking
Let me
system,
finish.
banking system was in charge of by the Israel.
Look, each country.
It's different.
Yeah,
That's different.
Yeah.
You know.
No. I'm
And
saying
the banking system is take control of the financial power of the global.
so. Look, financial power is the mighty power. That's how you control the world, right? This is where the money is, where the power is, right? We know that. So if we look at this idea of governing people through this financial system, now why people are scared of Islam? You know why people are scared of Islam? Because Islam will take you out of this financial slavery that's placed by the government. Because Islam tells us that everyone is born free. So you should not take someone's financial independence. So protection of wealth.
Yes, let's express my ideas. You know.
Let me finish my point, and then I'll let you.
Okay. No problem.
So how it works is, so when we live in a country where the wealth of each individual has to be protected. No one should enforce someone to forcibly take someone's wealth. Now, if we have, let's say, for example, if a poor person in China goes to the bank and asks for bank to lend, let's say, I don't know what's the currency called.
Okay.
Yen, yeah. What's that? No, Japan is the yen. What's the currency called?
RMB.
RMB. Yeah. So the moment he or she got a loan.
Okay.
So by the time when the repayment comes, the interest rate is so high that the person is keep paying the interest and he cannot come out of this loan. And this way, the financial authority taking the advantage or exploiting the weakness of that such individual person. And I say, and I mean, many Muslims would agree with me that this is
the Islamophobia. You know, Islamophobia is very spread whole world, United States. When you go to the border control of the United States, the people's, if you are Muslim, they will ask you a lot of questions. Why you come here? Why do this? And Islamophobia in China was also popular, because that the government, they spread the ideas. So says Islam is have the problem. They will attack people. They will make the people troubles. So the most of the Uyghurs, I have a lot of the friends is the Uyghurs. They are Muslim, living in the Xinjiang area. They are very good people. They do their business. They make the food. They make the food. Make the good. Make the rice. They make all kind of the food, and they survive. They support their families. That's good people. But sometimes they have the terrorists. They have some extremists. They come to they do some things. Yes, I'm not sure it's real or not, but the governments make some spread some information. Says they attack the Tiananmen Square. They attack the peoples in that, and they have the rebellion in the capital of the Xinjiang, Urumqi. Is 2007. So when you go to the Xinjiang areas, every 100 meters, every 200 meters, they have the policemen. If you walk on the street, they will check your IDs. I was in Xinjiang in 2018 or 2019, and I worked on the street for the half hours. I was checked 3 or 4 times ID. So why you come here? Well, what's your ethnic group? Why you come here? What's your purpose come here? So the people was get the surprise, and the people in the Xinjiang area, one family only have the one knife, the cooking knife. All the cooking knife was a chain. to the walls. They was locked, and they cannot take the
Yeah.
knife out.
Why
So a lot of the young people was put into the concentrate camp, put in the concentrate camp, re-educated. They call them re-education school, but that is concentrate camp. You cannot leave that. Some people, I go to some family, they sell the raisins, they sell the fruits to the tourists, and they told us their sons was put into the concentrate camp for over 2 years. They never see them. This is a prison.
Yes.
So
I mean, the whole world has seen a lot of footage came out, and in the concentration camp, how badly treated those people are, right?
Yeah,
and
so,
they didn't
yeah.
look. They didn't have any. Those people taken into a concentration camp, their only issue is they are Muslims. And look, the idea why the Islamophobia is in rise when your model of belief has been challenged.
Sometimes, that's the government's responsibility. You should understand that the United States government and the Chinese government is the propaganda against the Muslims.
Absolutely,
against the Muslims.
Of course.
So
of course,
a lot of my
of course
friends, they are Muslims. They are
course,
very
of
good
course,
people.
yes, yeah.
They are
No,
kindly people.
what-
fabulous people. But they was put into the concentration
Absolutely,
camps.
yeah. So, I mean,
that's a big problem. You know?
big problem.
Yeah.
Because look, when you say in one word, it's called injustice. What is injustice? That why do you punish someone? He didn't do anything. You should punish someone who's a criminal. I cannot punish someone if someone is believing a certain belief. I cannot punish for the belief of that person.
And let
me tell you.
They are belief.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they believe.
Their belief. Not for any crime they done.
They because a lot of the innocent people.
Yeah.
Innocent people was put in the concentration camp because they are potentially have the risk. It's not real risk. You know, a lot. Millions of the people was put into
Speaking the truth, I like it.
The millions of the people, they are Muslim, was put into the concentration camp.
Yeah.
They are potentially have the risk to become terrorists, to become extremists.
Yeah.
But they never do nothing.
So look.
Because of the belief.
I'll tell you something.
This is wrong. Wrong.
I'll tell you something.
Because
hear me out.
Only 2 or 3 people they do some wrong things, and they put whole groups into the concentrate camp, into the prison.
Yeah.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
You know why they're doing Islamophobia? Because Islam, as a religion, it offers a solution for all the problems.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you have your own guidance and you want to abuse the people, and he has a guidance which is solve the problem of the people, as a person who want to abuse, you will always feel threat of that person, because you know that the moment he will give the solution or he will bring the solution to the society, you will be out of the equation. So why is they doing Islamophobia? Because Islam, if you establish Islam in China or any other parts in the world, you will have the fairness, the justice, the tranquility, the mercy. You will have everything. That's why they don't have the issue with those people, but they have the issue with Islam. Because Islam is a religion, it makes people free from the slavery. Because it tells us you're born free. No one should enslave you, right?
You know,
so that's why
a lot of my friends and my classmates was Muslim.
Yes.
So I will tell you why. A lot of people they misunderstand the Muslim, misunderstand the Islam, because those people was forbidden to talk about the religions. They looks like strangers because their behavior is they don't eat the pork. That's your belief.
Yeah.
They don't eat. They don't celebrate the Chinese Lunar New Year.
Let me
you
give
have
you
to eat.
Look,
you have
let,
eat.
let,
You
let
have
me,
your own.
I'll tell you what. You know. Alcohol.
Let's be finished. Let's finish. Let's finish. That because my classmates, my friends, they never talk about that. We feel that is secretly. We feel that is the curiosity.
Yeah.
So the people will think about why you don't. Yeah, if we communicate like this, you told me your belief, I told you your belief, and we are share the information, share the ideas. But if you keep your secrets and you do some things by your privately. So we'll think about you are strange. You are different with
Yeah.
us.
You
So
know-
we will be afraid of you. We will scare of you because of that. You do not share anything.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's a problem of the government.
Correct.
Because I was in a mosque. I was invited into the mosque in UK, in Indonesia, in Turkey. They welcome the people come to the mosque to pray, to visit, to talk with the people,
Yeah.
to share your
Sure.
religions. But in China, we cannot. We are not allowed get in
No,
the mosque.
I absolutely love your honesty.
Yeah.
And you're speaking the truth. And
they don't let
I tell you,
Chinese people, normal Chinese people, they are forbidden.
I tell
they
you-
banned to go to the
Yeah, yeah.
the mosque.
yeah.
They think that is a very secretly.
Yeah.
Very,
So I wanted to share why this government want people to drink alcohol. Like, let's say Muslim, we don't drink alcohol. Why? Because it has worse impact on our body, and it's also a God's command, right? So firstly, we do not drink because it's God's command not to drink it. Secondly, even if you look at the current medical science, and they say even the little amount is harmful. So now look, the whole beverage industry, the alcohol industry, they make billions. Once they realize, oh, if we can force these people to change their belief, they will be our own consumer, and then we can make out of money from these own people. Now they know that a Muslim will not be drinking alcohol. So in order to change Muslim to drink alcohol, they cannot force them to drink alcohol. But if they can force them a new religion or take the religion out, they will be able to drink. So that is the idea, to suppress people, to take the independence of people. As I mentioned in earlier, as you rightly mentioned, my brother, and you are honest, and I like it, the way you have spoke the truth. And the whole reason is so that those industry, who are the owner of this industry, we know this, they are the top billionaires in the world, those who own the alcohol and beverage industry. So based on these, they realized a massive number of Chinese people are Muslim, and they do not contribute any money to alcohol. And this is where the problem is. They want to make money, and in the cost of suffering of these individuals. And if you do not listen to us, we will restrict your freedom. If needed, we'll put you in the concentration camp. That's not an ideal world we live in. This is a purely an injustice. But it was nice talking to you. I'm gonna do my prayer. Is running out.
Thank
It was
you very much.
pleasure speaking to
Yeah,
you.
thank you
And
very much.
keep up the good work. And I'm sure the viewers get a message that we should not oppress anyone. And in China, as brother has mentioned, he's from China, and he was not shy. He was honest about the truth. And you heard from his own mouth. So let's hope and pray that may Allah guide the people of China and look into Islam,
Yeah,
and
thank you very much.
look after yourself. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
so civilized.
Yeah.
Okay.